morning. I am Catherine Govea, certified pediatric sleep consultant and founder of Cloud9 Sleep Consulting, and welcome to today's episode of Sleep Tip Tuesday. I'm so glad you're here. Today, I wanted to dig into the dreaded sleep regression. I think that's a word or phrase that every parent has heard and can strike fear in the hearts of all parents. And so I want to kind of break any myths that are surrounding that and kind of give you some tips and tricks for moving through regressions. So first of all, I think there are three main factors for sleep regressions. One is when children are developing new skills. So it's actually related to a developmental leap or a developmental progression. The second factor is when kids are teething. Sometimes we'll see an interruption to sleep that can last a couple of days as the tooth is erupting through the gum. Once the tooth is through the gum, then they should not be in any more pain, and that factor impacting sleep should go away. The third factor is when kids are sick. So if kids have a fever, a virus, or a cold, stuffy nose, stomach bug, whatever, that obviously can impact sleep. And that generally is a short-term impact to sleep while they are acutely ill. And once they're feeling better, we'll see those effects kind of go away as well. So first thing first, if your child is teething or if they're sick, we want to manage that pain or that discomfort as best we can in the moment. That will help us to kind of push through that short-term interruption to sleep as quickly as we can. Generally, those interruptions only last a couple of days, and if we're able to kind of manage pain, discomfort, things like that, then we can get through it even more easily. If your child is struggling with a developmental leap, they're learning a new skill, they're working on mastering it. Often we see the biggest interruption to sleep around 4 months of age when kids are first starting to learn how to roll. They might be able to roll from their back to their belly, but not over again, and they can get frustrated, kind of getting stuck in that position. The other time we see a big interruption to sleep with a motor milestone is often when kids are able to pull up to stand, but they're not yet able to get into a seated position from stand independently. And so that can also feel really frustrating. They want to get up and practice that skill, but then they can't get down without some help, and that can feel really frustrating to them. So the biggest thing that we can do to help mitigate developmental leap as a factor in sleep regression is to practice those skills. So we want like a little baby boot camp. If your baby is working on rolling, you want to practice rolling as often as you can during the day when they're in an alert, awake state and they're kind of ready to play. So we don't want to do it when they're too tired. We don't want to do it if they're hungry, but if they are calm and content and kind of ready to play, practice rolling. You can help them do that. Same thing with standing. If they are pulling up to stand and not able to get back down, you can work on helping them to grade that movement. So maybe you put a little step stool behind them if they're playing at a coffee table or at the couch, and you can kind of help them, hold them at their hips, kind of lower them part way to the step stool, help them stand back up, help them go back down. And as they kind of manage that graded movement, then you can remove the step stool and work on going fully down to the floor and coming fully up. That will help you to ensure that your little one is able to complete the movement. And that will kind of help to mitigate any impacts on sleep. I think it's really important to be consistent with however you are managing wake-ups that are related to a regression or things like that. If you change your behavior, then baby is going to get curious about that, and they might change their behavior to see if they can get you to change yours based on what they're doing. So keep your responses consistent so that baby knows what to expect, and that can also help. Lastly, I would just say that regressions can be really, really normal. All kids will go through them as they develop new skills, as they get teeth, as they get sick and work through that. So you're not alone. It is hard and it can feel really stressful and challenging. And if you're feeling that way, then please reach out for help. You don't have to navigate regressions alone. I would love to help support you through that. So if that's you, send me a message today and let's chat. And if not, hopefully these tips will help to give you some strategies for working through sleep regression. That's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back again next week with another Sleep Tip Tuesday. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.